My presentation and dissertation is on COVID archiving. My dissertation will be looking into archiving the signage and graphics that have been used to display information and restrictions around the Salford University. The purpose of this project is to preserve these assets to make sure that these events can be understood and used by the university in the future to see what it was like around the university during the national pandemic. The importance. The importance of this project to me is vital, as currently we are in testing in unprecedented times. Understanding what it has been like over the past months and years to come may not be as accessible to people who weren't part of this crisis. Therefore, the need for this on a human level is necessary. Also, as designers, we need to understand what the process was for creating the signs and safety measures that we see on a daily basis. The main problem currently. Currently, I'm struggling to access some of the information and graphics on campus due to current restrictions. However, to combat this, I am working with Alexandra Mitchell, who will be helping me access some of the information and the signs that I need that are on campus. Another problem that I have currently is getting into contact with the designers themselves to hear their ideas and processes on creating the signs. This is yet to happen, but hopefully something I will be able to do in the upcoming weeks. So, ethical considerations. I will not be needing to worry about this, as I am currently just dealing with posters and signs. The only thing I will need to consider is the fact that COVID-19 is a pandemic. It has destroyed a lot of people's livelihoods and unfortunately killed a lot of people. So I need to make sure that I try not to involve any of the information that can be conceived as sensitive. The artifact. My plan is to create an artifact that will allow people to view these assets and documents from anywhere and at any time. I'll be creating an app that will allow people to view the assets and see how they would be placed, where they would be placed, and why they are where they are. This will allow people to understand the environment and the circumstances at the time. The artifact itself. So these are just some really early wireframes. I wanted to get some really early ideas down and to see what pages I wanted and what pages I will need. As you can see, these are three different sorts of designs and ideas that I can currently, go on with. The top one will be using the university's colour schemes. All of them will, but a couple of them will differentiate a little bit, and I'll show you that in a minute. So we'll start off with a tour. As we can see, this will be our sort of splash screen that will load into this. So this will be our tour. And then on this main page, currently, I literally just wrote what the app does to make sure that people could understand what it is. And then use these sort of news articles. The next one, again, it will be really simplistic, splash screen, and then it will go on to sort of using the university's colours, but like in a banner here and here. And then behind it have an image of the university itself. And then it'll load into this where it'll have the options of, say, take a tour, see the documents, or, get in contact. And then say if you press take a tour or see the documents, this would be to see the actual documents, a list of them with the images next to them. And then you can select on any of these and it would take you to sort of locale pictures of where they were based, where the documents were on campus. Maybe even when I can get in contact with the designers themselves, how they designed them, their thought processes, and sort of what the idea behind them was, and why they were created the way they were. And then the last one, this is the most like sort of current one. I can use the idea of if you look at the Instagram of Salford, they have on their COVID posts these sort of icons and images of sort of like a virus. So I can use these in these circles, maybe create my own, which will then lead on to this page. And again, pretty similar to this, where it'll have like the documents, the home page, etc. So this is a really quick mock-up. I included the drawings of the little sort of viruses on the main splash page, and then as you can see, it'll progress. Like we said, take a tour, the collection, and then instead why we do it. So that the users can get an understanding of what it is that has led us to this point and why we are collecting them and the historical value of these documents. And the tour will sort of show you around and let you know which articles you can pick and which documents you can pick. So yeah, here are some very early concepts for the individual assets. Also, to clarify, I'll only be designing the app at current instead of coding the app to a finished place. The current design to make sure the information is visible and accessible. That is my symposium for my dissertation. Any questions?